Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. This morning I'm going to make stuffed French toast, and I'm going to stuff it with cream cheese and some blueberries. So I'm going to get the camera set up and we'll get started. Alright, we're going to start mixing up the batter for our French toast. You'll need a couple of tablespoons of self-rising flour, couple of tablespoons of sugar, and you want to mix that up and kind of let the sugar get the lumps out of the flour. The next thing we're going to mix in is 1 cup of whole milk, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, dash of salt, and a couple of dashes of ground nutmeg. Now we're going to mix that up, and the reason we mix it this way is so the flour will get incorporated into the milk. If you put the eggs in first, then the flour won't really mix as well with the milk, and you'll have kind of lumps there. Now I've turned my burner on to medium-low, and it's got about 3 tablespoons of butter in there. All right, I'm going to mix my eggs in now. It's 2 extra large eggs. And we're just going to beat that up really good. Get those eggs incorporated in there. And all the other ingredients. Alright, that should do it. Now, this is an 8-ounce pack of cream cheese, and we're going to use this as if it were mayonnaise, and I'm going to spread it on each side of the bread. Now I've got 4 slices of bread. Now this is my homemade bread, but you could also use loaf bread. So they're sliced, the loaf was, I sliced it extra thick and then cut those pieces in 2, so I've got 4 pieces here. Now I'm going to pour my batter into this Pyrex bowl just so it's easier to dip the bread in. So just dump that in. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is smear the cream cheese onto the bread. And again, this cream cheese is softened, see? And the purpose of the cream cheese, other than the taste of it, is that it's going to prevent the blueberries that I'm going to put on here from melting and running all into my bread. Again, you want to be generous with this. Now my blueberries are frozen. You can use any type of berry that you would choose. You could also use like peanut butter instead of cream cheese and then put bananas in it. That's really delicious. So I'm going to get my blueberries. These blueberries were frozen last June, and they're completely frozen, and I'm just going to put them on here, kind of position them in there and mash them in a little bit. Again, this is stuffed French toast. Put as many on as you, really as many as it'll hold, really. All right, that ought to be enough. Well, couple more. All right, now I'm going to take the other piece, just mash it down on there. All right. Now I'm going to do the other piece, same way. I've got my skillet heating now. Just going to smear the cream cheese on. You know, sort of thick, really. And again, you can use 2 pieces of loaf bread will work just as well. I just happen to like the homemade bread for this. Okay, now my blueberries. And remember, again, the blueberries are frozen. And don't worry, they will, when they cook, they'll melt a little bit in there. But even if they didn't cook, it would be okay. Okay, now we're going to fold it over. Mash it down a little bit. All right, now we're ready to dip the bread in the batter and then put it in the skillet. So I'm just going to let it soak up in there. Turn it over. Let it soak up a little bit more. Now you see why I use this big square Pyrex plate, because 2 of my long slices will fit right in there. Just let it soak up just a minute. My skillet is on medium low, and I've got about probably 3 tablespoons of butter. Now once it soaks up everything, you want to lift it out very carefully, because you don't want the bread to break. And mine did. That's okay. Just put it down on that side and patch it up a little bit. Alright, see? Easy enough to patch up. Now I'm going to put this other one in there. And the other one didn't break. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, we'll be back when this gets done and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, I have turned the French toast over. Now, if you're cooking for a crowd, you can double and triple the batter recipe, and you can actually cook this in the oven. And we have done that at the beach before when we had all the family there. We usually cook it at about 400 degrees in a large pan that's been, where you've got butter melted or some type of oil. And all you have to do is maybe cook them about 15 minutes and then turn them over on the other side, because you want to get them brown like this. And you don't need any additional butter, because the butter is cooked in. It actually clarifies the butter and gives you a really, really great butter taste. So we'll be back in a minute when these get done. They do have to cook on medium low, so it does take a while for them to cook on top of the stove. Alright, the French toast is ready. Stuffed French toast with cream cheese and blueberries. Now I'm going to cut this and show you what it looks like. But first, whoops, we are putting syrup on it. Not just a whole lot, but some. Alright. I'm going to cut into that and show you what it looks like. There you go. There's the little blueberries and the cream cheese. Alright, we're going to have our breakfast now, and we will see you again soon. Stuffed French toast.